Welcome, welcome. How is everybody doing? Hello.
Hi, everyone. We're so glad that you are joining us here on Monday as we start a new topic. So,
Yeah, we're
um,
ready. We have a new topic like every week that we want to share with everybody. There are different topics about, being having a business that will help your business or some things that you need to think about when you are creating a new business. I think this topic is gonna be very, very interesting.
I do.
And because I think it's the beginning. When you start a business, is critical. It's like the first part that you need to do.
Yes, it's a lot of making decisions. So, we'd like to invite you to give us a like wherever you're watching us from. And we are excited to announce that we now have a YouTube channel. It's called Printables Design Club. So you can go there and check us out um, to catch some of the past episodes. And
Mhm.
Carla's putting all of those up there. So it's going to be a really cool place to come
Exactly.
check us all out at.
All in one place.
All in
All,
one.
and we have also done some design tips, and in Canva, in other I think it's in Affinity too. We have some tips that they're really like where you can start learning some tricks on how to use some elements and features in Canva and other platforms.
Very cool.
All
So with
right, let's
that,
start.
we're ready to start.
All right. So we're gonna talk about our objective today is that we will talk about how to discover your perfect niche and more.
You can't, it's hard to start a shop if you don't know what direction you're going into.
Exactly. So the first question is, what is this? No, what is a niche? And is a specific area or segment of a market that a business or an individual is going to focus in order to meet the needs of a particular group of customers. No, it's a segment and a specific market. And well, I think the question will be here is why we need to have a perfect niche. No, it's very, very important to define when you're starting your business and when you're starting to think what to create, to be really defined about your niche, about the market, about the segment you're going to be paying, having all your attention. That's why is to have a niche helps you in having an attention in one thing. Focus your attention.
And it's very true because when you find your perfect niche is going to be something that you enjoy. Because you've got to enjoy it because you're getting up every day and you're creating something new. And is Carla's former teacher, and she is on top of what people are wanting in that niche.
Exactly, and you feel even more comfortable when know about that niche. You feel more comfortable. You feel like you can create. You know the needs of your customers, and also when you discover your niche, you can exactly know what your customer needs because you know them. You can identify your customers. You can provide better products, and even it's going to help you with your marketing when you are providing content in your social media. You can create, it's easier to create content too.
Much easier.
So that is the why we need this. It's critical. It's the first point when you are creating your business. So it's a very important thing. It's the starting point of a business, of creating products and creating marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But how to discover your perfect niche?
Because if you're like me, you have a wide variety of things that you like.
Exactly. But you need to identify, like you said, Donna, like what you like, your
Mhm.
interests.
Yeah, and it helps to either do a spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets because it makes it
Me too.
easier, so you can see how many items there are, and if you can tick them off, it's easier to say, "Well, I like it," because you have to kind of sit down and think about it because you can't just say, "Oh, let's pick. We'll pick dogs because I have a dog. I like dogs." Well, why do you like dogs? And then you kind of have to, I like dogs because they're easy to train. I like dogs because they're companions. I like dogs because of the unconditional love. You break it down into little pieces so
Exactly.
that then you're breaking it down into the little pieces because that will help you on down the road. But then
Exactly.
it goes further than that.
Yeah, go further than that. Also, it's good to think like, what are you good at? Like maybe you have experience in some area, and you can, with that area that you know about, or you can create more things. And I think what is a strength when you know about that topic, right?
Hmm.
So that's the first thing. Like, what are you passionate about? What you love to do, what you know, and you can share with the world, right? Another point would be that we love, and we always say in every golden nugget, is to do research,
It's our
research
key
the
word.
market.
Yes.
Like you always say, Donna, research, do your
Mhm.
research.
Yeah.
And here you can look for underserved areas in the market you are interested. You can maybe see what problems you can solve. Uh,
Yeah.
if there is a market in that niche.
Yeah. Because you might love something, but it's a very small niche. And you have to figure out if it's a really small niche, there's not that many people. Can I dominate that niche? What can I do to be the number one?
Exactly.
Um,
And also when you know about the niche, you can also, when you are doing your research or you know about this niche, you can see that maybe they're missing products that you are like, why they don't do this, we need this, or why they don't offer this service. You can do it, you can
mhm,
offer that service. So I
exactly.
think, yeah, research is super super important. And the third point, analyze your competition also.
It's a wealth of research information. I go back to research. When you
Mhm.
analyze your competition, you can see what they're offering, what their customers are saying. I wish it did this, or I wish it had that. I liked it, but, and it's
Mhm.
those buts that are like golden nuggets for you because now you go, okay, they like this, but it really needs this added. And, so now you're looking at your competition, you're getting an idea for what pricing should be. Um,
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
that yours or mine? I don't. Um, and then it also helps you with the keywords and targeting your audience.
What is your audience? Here, Donna, everybody's about your demographics, right?
Mhm.
What's the age group you are going to focus? What is the location? What are the interests? So you are identifying your audience is very very important.
Yes, exactly. And then
I
once you,
know. Yes,
oh, I
Donna.
was just going to say, once you have all of this and you test your ideas, you always hear about A/B testing.
Mhm.
Well, you create the product and give it two different looks. because one look is not going to appeal to everyone. Why do you think they have t-shirts in 10 zillion different colors? Because not everybody wants to have all of their shirts black or white or red or green.
Exactly.
They like a variety, and what works for one person isn't going to work for the next person.
Exactly. So that's when you need to test your ideas. You maybe start selling those products and see how they do, how many sales or reviews or views they have. Maybe you can conduct surveys, right?
Yes.
Uh, ask people, ask. I
Yeah.
just ask your customers.
Yeah, your customers are a wealth of information. You can say, I'm thinking of creating these an image with flowers in this color vase. What do you think? Or this shape of a vase, either a rounded bottom or straight up and down. And people will tell you what they think. People love to tell you what they think. And then you can create that and say, well, what do you think of this? It gets engagement. And so all the social platforms want engagement. They are looking, you wind up going up higher in the platform because you have engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Engagement gives you what they call juice. And the more juice you have, the more people that see your listing. So
Exactly.
you definitely want engagement. So asking questions will get you that. And then don't let
Mm.
your feelings get hurt if people don't like the thing that you just knew was going to be a number one seller and it flops. Don't get your feelings hurt, you
No.
know, and read all of your reviews, the good and the bad,
Mm-hmm.
because it will help you see what you need to change and will give you ideas on what the market wants.
Oh yes, and that's when now that you say that, Donna, like don't get your like you have to be flexible. You know, the people are giving you this information. Don't feel bad about it, or maybe feel a little bad, but then start working on on
Yeah,
refining.
you can feel a little bad. Have someone that
Yeah.
you can call and say, "Can you believe that
Yes.
they don't like this? I just don't understand." You have that person that you vent to, and then you go back to online. You go, "Oh, I just love the idea. You know, it was really amazing." You just
Yeah.
you
Actually,
never
yeah.
make the
This
customer feel
no,
stupid, even though when
no.
you think, "Oh man," you know, but
Exactly. They'll give you ideas. Now, for example, this week someone contacted me, a customer, and really that customer gave me idea. She didn't buy what I designed, but the idea, to be honest, is amazing. So I did some designs and now I'm gonna use them because she gave me the idea. So I'm
yeah,
like, okay,
and that's
someone is
great.
looking for that.
That's a great way to get ideas. I mean, we wound up in a whole new niche because somebody saw something in a different niche and said, "Could you make it for my group here?" So
Mm-hmm.
you never know where the ideas are come from. So you've got to be flexible, as Carla said. Be open and
Exactly.
flexible.
Being open, being listening to your customers. Actually, another customer I remember also gave me an idea about wedding invitations. She started giving me, I'm like, wow, I haven't put this on my store. So she gave me the idea. So I adapt to that
Yep.
information. Can I have more than one niche? Yes, yes, you can. You can have more than one niche, but
We
however, yeah, I think it's important to make sure that the niches are kind of related, no, and they can be integrated with one another.
it makes life easier. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I will tell you, if you had cats and dogs, it's easier to have a cat one and a dog one. Do them separate because there are so many people, you know, people like me, I love both dogs and cats, and I have
Mm,
both. But then there are people who are just cat people or they're
yeah.
just dog people. And if they see cat stuff mixed in, dog people see cat stuff mixed in, they go, I'm not, this is really not relative to me. So
Mm-hmm.
they opt out. So
Yeah.
when you can be very specific in your niches, I think that works because it has to resonate with a person. But yeah, I definitely have more than one niche. I do.
Yes, of course, of course.
You know, some of them overlap. It's like I have two different things. One's an outfit to wear, and the other one's a coordinating bracelet. I sell them in two separate stores, but
Mm,
they're integrated and they're designs that I absolutely love.
exactly.
So it makes me happy.
Well, there are here some common niches. There are more. This list is just so small, but there are more niches that you can think about, that you can select. It goes from art, books, literature, sports, health, travel, motivation, real estate, family, animals, pets.
And just
Oh,
think, I mean, real estate could be dirt real estate, it could be houses, it could be investment properties, it could be just condos, it could be beach property. I
mhm,
mean, these are large niches.
large.
But then what Carla and I always recommend is that you kind of hone it down some because art is massive. You know,
Mhm.
is it um, Renaissance art compared to modern art compared to art that the kids do? I mean,
Exactly.
so much. So
This is like the umbrella, but then you
yep,
are sub niches, and from that niche there are more niches that you can, be
ex-
more specific.
exactly. I mean, so many, so many. But these are the top ones. These are ones that people are searching for.
Hmm. Well, this is a good question. How do I market my niche, right? How do I do that? So, well, an effective way can be, online, obviously, online marketing, like putting relevant content to customers, messages, having like a marketing strategy, I think, about your niche, having a target advertising, putting content about your niche useful for the customers. That is gonna start getting you more customers because they're looking for you, for that message, for that content, and that's gonna help you.
Exactly. And there's so many ways to market. There are paid ways and there are free ways.
Mhm.
And what I tell people is don't put all your effort into only one way. You need to have diversity because you want your customers coming to you from various different avenues. And I like to track that. I kind of like numbers. So I like to know who's coming, who's my organic, who's my paid, how much am I spending on my paid, and how
Exactly.
much that customer is costing me. Because if you're paying, you don't want your customer costing you more than what you're making. You can get away with that on the first order, but not on the orders after that. And
Exactly.
I try not to have my customer cost me anything. I'm willing to break even, but I don't want to be in the hole.
Exactly. Exactly. I like what you said, Don, about that, because there are the free ways and the paid ways. But as you say, but if you're spending so much on advertising and not
Yep,
getting not the results, maybe you need to start analyzing why.
exactly. And staying on top of your numbers helps you to do that.
All right. How do I differentiate myself from my competitors?
Exactly. And we show two things, but there's lots of little things you could do. But of course, you want that product that's not like anything else. Catherine goes, do a better job.
Uh-huh.
Exactly, because you
Yeah.
want to offer that unique product or service that you are offering at a higher standard or a different way of doing it, a different way of looking at it. But my favorite one is customer service.
Mhm.
And that's not giving back. If someone says, "Well, I didn't like this," it's not about doing the refund. It's about finding how to help them find that they really liked it, or that it really was that they bought what they were supposed to be getting.
Exactly.
The customer service, sometimes customer service is just listening. Sometimes people just want to vent, and you let them vent. You sometimes you can't change their mind, but good customer service will always come back as a
Hmm.
benefit. And people
Exactly.
tell people, they really are happy to tell about bad customer service, but they will share the good customer service, and you'll wind up with a good review.
Exactly. Exactly. Super important. In Etsy, it's super important that you answer, that you are, listening, as you said, listening to your customers, their
Yeah,
needs.
because
So,
if y'all caught, what we first talked about was, in part of your research, you read your competitors' notes from their customers about what they didn't like. You would be surprised how many people do not respond to, "Well, I really wasn't happy. I really wish it did this." And they never respond. And that's your key for how to have something better. But the biggest key is you read what your customers write about your products, and
mhm,
you respond where your competitors may not be responding. You respond, you engage, unless it's just really crazy off the wall, really crazy stuff. But you respond because you may wind up, as Carla said, with another product idea because they were like, I really liked it, but I wish it had this. And you drop them a note and say, "Thank you for your input. I am creating this," and offer them a discount coupon. They already bought from you once, but now you're creating it to make it more
mhm,
unique to them. So
exactly.
I like a discount coupon. Invite them back.
Being open, yeah, listening, invite them back. So I think it's a really good thing to differentiate yourself from others. No?
Hmm. Exactly.
Can I change my niche, Donna? Ah.
Um,
Yes.
when people are asking that, sometimes it's not so much changing their niche, but growing their niche. Maybe they're evolving and they're niching down more. Maybe you started with maybe you started with cats. We have a Maine Coon cat, and they have their own audience. There is a cat audience that is just for the ragdoll cats or Siamese cats. There
Mhm.
are people who that's all they want. I know a lady who they have a parrot. She has a huge parrot following because they're really into parrots, and so people are very niched. So you instead of changing your niche, but if it's not performing, there's nothing that
Exactly.
says you can't change it and start over. I know someone who started a t-shirt Etsy shop. Never really performed because of the niche she was in, but she had products in a different store that were performing really well. So she moved those products over to the first store, and now it's performing extremely well. So that's a case where, yeah, she took something that wasn't performing and changed it to something different, kept the name the change, which means nothing with what the product is,
Mhm.
but it's performing really well. So just because you pick something doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever. But
Exactly.
because you pick something, maybe you need to niche down a little bit more.
You have to adapt. No, you have to also to adapt and be flexible.
Yes, adapting and being flexible, because we're not big corporations. For a big corporation to, as they say, turn the ship, so to speak. okay, we're going this way, but this is not working. Maybe we need to veer this way, go off 10, 15 degrees. It's an act of Congress for a big corporation to make a
Mm,
change. They can't make a change. Something's trending in the news and you want to take advantage of it. They can't because they have too many people to go through. We
mm.
can. We can react quickly.
Yeah, yeah. So you can, but as you said, Donna, you can maybe be in the same niche, but do inside your niche,
Hmm.
change, do some changes, that can help you be more, having more sales, more profit. So I think, as you said, we have to redefine and adapt.
Yes,
Going back to the how to find your perfect niche, you can redefine and adapt. But
exactly.
you need to look at your numbers. You need to look. Oh, how do I stay up to date with trends in my niche? And here are some ideas that you can use. For example, look for industry publications, attend trade shows or conferences. And if you cannot do that, go to social media.
Yeah. And Catherine Mary just shared Google Trends. That's an
Oh, love it.
easy way when you're stuck and you're trying to come up with an idea for the day or whatever. Go to Google Trends. Um, I will
Mhm.
tell you, I love trade shows and conferences because you are meeting people who have the same interest and ideas, and I love going because someone will be saying something and I'll go, oh, that would make a great product. You know how I am. I look at things, what can I make out of that? And so for me, those are great things. But social media,
Mhm.
I you want to be in some Facebook groups. You want to be, following if you're on to TikTok, following that. If but TikTok kind of learns your algorithms and that type of thing.
Mm.
But Instagram and Pinterest, you can create
Yeah.
Pinterest boards to stay up to date on what's happening. And you want to be an authority. To be an authority, you got to know what's going on around you.
Mhm.
Um, we added organizations because I think everyone needs a good, solid mentor. You eventually will, you may outgrow that mentor. You may have two or three mentors in your life, or you may have two or three mentors who bring different things to the table for you. But a mentor kind of helps keeps you on track
Mhm.
so that you're moving forward in the right way. And then clubs and groups. I mean, there's groups in both. You've got organization clubs and you've got social
Mhm.
media clubs. Those are two different groups.
Exactly.
And I
And the
love
main thing, yeah, being involved, Donna, being involved in your industry.
hmm because you want to be the expert. And to be the expert, you have to be involved. You got to know what's going on, what's changing. Right now, the ragdoll cats are trending. But who knew there was going to be a change in the dog world where, let's see, I can't now remember which way it was. It was one became the most popular dog. And it changed last week. Of course,
Really?
yeah, and I wrote it down somewhere because it was an idea I wanted to use. Now I can't
Aha.
find the idea, but there was a new dog that became the number one dog. And as Catherine says, cats are always popular. People like cats.
That's true. That's true, Catherine. I support that.
Well, they are because cats are easier to take care of. You don't have to take them out and walk them, although you can teach them to walk on a harness. But they're much easier to take care of. Dogs are a little bit more needy.
Yeah, but they are beautiful. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
dogs too. I love
too.
the
Yeah.
both, to be honest. But yeah, you can see at the trends. You can see at what is going on. You need to be, as we said, involved and informed
Hmm.
uh, of what's going on. around you, and mostly in your niche when what you are working on your business, not being involved in that, get information from this from customers too. That will help you a lot. Oh, we have another question. How long is gonna take to establish a successful niche business? And here there are a lot of factors that that depends, no, depends on a lot of factors like the size of your niche, the level of competition you have, your marketing, the business strategies you are taking, the uniqueness of your products. If your product solves a problem, you know, if if your product fulfills a need, it depends on also customer service in a lot of things.
Yeah. But, a successful niche business, it can happen very quickly or it could take a little bit longer. There is no definitive answer. But if you look at these bullet points here, and you are using them to help you decide on the niche initially, it really kind of helps to make it happen a little bit quicker than if you're just kind of out there throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. I mean, that's a harder way to do it.
Exactly, exactly. So taking all this into consideration is gonna help you, be to make it quicker for you. As you said, it depends. It depends on these factors. And now we have anybody has any questions or
Yeah, put your questions in. If you're watching the replay, definitely pop them in and Carla and I will answer them. The other thing that one of the things that kind of makes it easier when you're picking a niche is join us. We have a free group. We meet here once a week, but we also have a free group that is the Printables Design Club. It's a great way to ask questions about if you're into the printable market. It's a great way to come and find out, get your questions answered. It is this type of printable trending. How many pages do I want in a printable for my niche? It's just a great way to get some answers. We also have a design club that we are happy to talk about, but here we're just talking about come and join us in our free Facebook group. Does anyone have any questions that they're wondering about picking a niche or how to be, more specific? We have lots of topics that we have scheduled to talk about. But if you have a topic that you want to talk about, send us a note. We are happy to bring topics out to the table because, as we've said from the first of the year, our goal is to help you move that um, needle on ever how much money you're hoping that 2023 will bring into your
yeah.
life, into your family. Our goal is to help you achieve that. So, send us your topics, send us your questions. So, Carla, you want to tell about next week?
Yeah, well, next week I'm excited because I think this topic is very also interesting. It's about, follow the code, the QR code. So next Monday, we're going to talk about this golden nugget and see what is this, what is a QR code, and talk about it and how it can help us, in our businesses. So I am next Monday at 12:30 Central Time, 1:30 Pacific Time, and I think it's 10:30 Central Time. No,
10:30 Pacific, 1:30
oh,
Eastern,
okay.
12:30 Central. But here's the thing is, it's not just restaurants. You remember a few years ago, everyone was, they were talking about QR codes and they were using them, but nobody really was doing much. And then we
No.
had the big P to hit us all, and restaurants went to QR codes on
Oh,
their
yes.
menus. So customers now know how to use them. But we're going to talk about how you can use the QR codes in your business, in your online sales business. Is amazing the ways that it can help you increase. And that's what we're going to talk about. So we hope to have you here with us next Monday. Um, if you're catching us on the replay, do us a favor and do hashtag replay so that we, can see that you're there and, you know, answer a question or make a same
Yeah.
time, same
And
background.
subscribe in our YouTube channel. We're putting
Yes,
more and more videos to help
yes.
you grow.
You definitely want the YouTube channel because it is amazing. All the things that we have discussed and we show. It's Printables Design Club. So just go check it out and let us know what you think.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.